Bonjour, Kinoya. Jesse McCormick, Condition Cause. My name is Jesse McCormick. I'm from Chippewas of the Thames First Nation, and I'm a proud graduate of the University of Ottawa Faculty of Law from the 2006 class. It is a great honor to be inducted into the University of Ottawa Faculty of Law, Common Law Honor Society. For me, it represents the power of generational change. In filling out my application for the University of Ottawa Faculty of Law, I reflected on the experience of my grandfather. He attended the Mount Elgin Residential School for many years. And they leveraged the power of the state to take away from him his time with his family, his access to his culture and language, and even things like good food and the opportunity to share time with the community. To stand before Faculty of Law as a student, as a graduate, and now as an inductee to the Common Law Honor Society, to me is a great privilege, but it represents the power of change and the importance of education and institutions to help facilitate that change in our country for the betterment of Indigenous communities. I see this opportunity as a chance to share what I have learned, but also a chance to provide a model for others who want to see a better future for Indigenous peoples in Canada. I'm very excited to see what the next generation of lawyers from the University of Ottawa achieve. One memory from my time at the University of Ottawa Faculty of Law was the hosting of the Red Ink in the Margins Conference. I had been elected by my peers to serve as what was then known as the Aboriginal Law Students Association. We gathered together and we worked with faculty and members of the administration to bring together a conference to showcase some of the important work being done to advance the rights and interests of Indigenous peoples in Canada. We brought in art, we brought in scholars, elders, drums, and I had the privilege of introducing the conference and former National Chief Phil Fontaine. For that moment, the Faculty of Law, this academic institution, was focused squarely and entirely on the rights of Indigenous peoples. And I remember standing at the front of the auditorium, offering my remarks, and thinking about how good it was to hear the drums and to be in that space, knowing that we, students, have been empowered to provide that space and that opportunity to bring some of the culture that we know and love into the University of Ottawa. I'm a very proud son, brother, father, and partner. I live a rich and fulfilling life with many advantages and privileges. And I'm very aware of the fact that many Indigenous communities continue to suffer hardship, and the persistent challenges of colonialism continue to prevent people from realizing the full level of achievement that they could achieve in their lives. One of my proudest professional achievements was sitting in the public galleries of the Senate of Canada, watching the Governor General nod her head to grant royal assent to the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples Act. I had been appointed as the Director of Rights Implementation to the Honourable David Lametti, the Minister of Justice and Attorney General, and helped to provide advice to him and help to shepherd the development of the legislation and bring it forward to the House of Commons. It provides that Canada must take all steps necessary to ensure that the laws of Canada are consistent with the Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. It provides a new benchmark against which to measure the actions of government and hold government accountable to ensure that the rights and interests of Indigenous peoples are recognized and respected. To be part of that work was an immense privilege, and it is something I will always be proud of. I couldn't have achieved that without the training and support I received from the University of Ottawa Faculty of Law. I'm forever grateful for that empowerment and that opportunity to make a meaningful contribution to reconciliation again.